Here's a good question to ask. What other discipline could I begin that would open up a whole new expression in my life of turning imagination into reality? Without discipline, there is no enterprise. Without discipline, there is no magnificent structure. Without discipline, there is no music. Without discipline, there is no health. Without discipline, there is no advantage. There is no future. So discipline is all when it comes to imagination, having something real, believing in it, and turning it into reality.
People who are going to be really successful in the future are willing to make sacrifices in the present.
That was Jim Rohn. Always like listening to Jim Rohn. He has something great to say. So a quick one on Nasdaq, basically my indices, and an update I'm taking from the last 3 videos that I posted. The close of the week. As I had said on the channel that I am anticipating a possible plummet on my indices. And it played exactly as I thought. Well, not exactly, mainly because of we took a loss here because of I call it a premature entry. Although I figured it out quite late, that after this breakout, this is perhaps a fake out, another fake out. But again, I had to determine as to how far this fake out will go. I just couldn't, and I just let it go, and I just hang on to the main trades, basically eliminating any possibility that I will further look for scaling in opportunities at this point. Let me just at this point here, eliminating any possibility that I will continue looking at scaling opportunities here. I just couldn't get the scaling in opportunities. And look, it's a deliberate move by the big banks, huge institutions, just was to manipulate price before. So normally this is what I call the final move before the actual big movement. This what is happening within this black box is what I call the final move before the huge move. So yep, that is what was happening. Indeed, the plummet was looming. If you can refer to my videos on the description boxes, I do mention that there was a possible plummet that was coming. So now that we are fully back within the channel, and I see here that we had a proper retest. Let me just remove this. Basically, this is how my overall setup is looking. I'm not making this up. You can go to my previous videos to see how I caught this overall move and the analysis of the overall cycle as to how it came about. Now I'm gonna remove. Nope, I'm not gonna remove anything at the moment. I just wanna refer back to the old videos. Yes, I think this should suffice. I'm just gonna put it here. So on one of the videos, this is the description box. On the description box, you can just go and see that okay, this is the most important part. Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna start it here. Those of which were taken at the secondary sell into point. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have any context. So at the time of releasing this video, my trades were already running. Those of which were taken at the secondary sell entry point. As a result, I will post the week sum up video, which is what I'm recording currently, in the evening. May the possible plummet carry us to riches, right? So I had been anticipating that there will be a further push to the downside, right? And as I promised, this is the sum up video for the week. I'm gonna remove this quickly. Now that I'm on Nasdaq, this is what we are seeing. I'm only surviving this trade mainly because of I had the overall trades that were running. I just couldn't get a properly into one. At this point, I was just so convinced that, you know what, I'm gonna take a lot of losses that are gonna adversely affect my account. I had my stop loss hit at this point. I actually had a line. Let me just use this line. I actually had trades that I took at this point, really looking for the market to go down. Didn't happen. I had another trade that actually I was anticipating at this point. Went into profit with us, locked in at break even, went against us, of course, took us out at that point. So after the breakout, and as I was observing what was happening, I just saw that at this point, no trade is safe at all. And as you can see, this ascending channel here, let me remove this. I'll just bring them back. So these two lines here, this ascending channel, basically it's only now that I've just done it. It was not existing. You can look at my previous videos. Don't be deceived and think that I actually had it figured out. Nope, it was not existing. But again, for those who were closely monitoring what was happening, I do know that there are a number of people who actually caught this big move to the downside. And actually, look, on lower time frames, things get a bit clearer, and you can basically see that from here, considering this as our touch, okay, I'll just adjust it and another touch and another touch, that touch, and then basically looking for downside moves. You had to have some level of guts to actually execute this trade here at this point. At this point after this breakout, you're probably looking for upside movement. Hence I'm saying that this is a planned move, a planned deliberate move. There is no mistake and all of that and everything corresponding with fundamental. It's so amazing how at a specific time a price is at a certain place and coincidentally at the same time we just need a final catalyst, basically push us to aggressively to the downside. How is it that at this point the market began moving aggressively downwards? Why not at this point? Why not here? Why not here? Why not here? So that is one of the most important concepts about fundamental analysis. This are just fundamentals. Actually, I got a notification on my CNBC app about that Powell speech. Now, basically looking at that, yes, basically now I'm considering my fundamentals. This was just looming and was just around the corner. So the only problem is that when will the plummet be? I just couldn't figure that out. Hence, after being taken out at this point and seeing the market break impulsively out of the overall trend line, I was like, nah, definitely, I'm gonna stay out of this. So, in that, um, I can safely say that I was not involved in this trade at all. The only thing that I was part of, and I'm still part of, is the overall trades that are still running at this point. So, in essence, the losses that I took at this point, basically, I already covered with this big move on the overall trades that are running. Remember, this is an entire trend, and having caught it right here at this point, we are cruising nicely. And in essence, I'm just considering my week a bad week mainly because of this here, But overall, in terms of profitability, I'm still on the good side. And in terms of the fundamentals and what was happening here, this, if there is ever any manipulation and all of those things, this is a good example of final manipulation before the big move. This what was happening here, a clear definition of final manipulation before the big move. This is Nasdaq, this is my index, this is how the week is closing, basically. And I'm hoping to see it push up to this point here, this point here. Maybe not today, but definitely maybe in 3 weeks time, roughly in 3 weeks time, we might be seeing Nasdaq definitely reaching this point. Yep, this is my index, and this is how it's currently looking. Just gonna go black. I'm go back. I just gonna restore what I took out. Okay, I'm just undoing what I was, all of the things that I did. Oh, keeps record of so much, hey? Definitely keeps record of so much. Yep, I just wanted to restore this. I like having this, gives me good faith, and yeah, this is one hell of a trade. Now on USDT, remember that I trade using correlation a lot. So USDT, the trades were able to hit take profit. I was a bit skeptical with USDT, but again, looks like it's still moving. I don't regret having placed a TP at this point. But what I can say is that there is still a downside, a lot of downside potential. But definitely don't execute a sell at this point. Eh? At this point, imagine selling at the low. Yo, yeah, but it might work, but you gotta know what you are doing. So that's basically how I'm closing off the week. So with US30, um, I'm not gonna do any analysis at the moment. I was actually tempted to do the analysis, but I will do the analysis and post it on Monday, just at the end of the recording of this video. There will be an analysis that follows. I want to combine the analysis with the forecast for next week, and as well, I might add a couple of currencies that I have in mind. So I just want to complete this update closing of the week, and yeah, I'll take it from there. Overall and above, this was a great trade. Percentage change for the day for Nasdaq, it sits at 3.50 percentage change for the day. Wow, that's a lot. But I think the most that I've seen in a day percentage change, I think it was roughly close to 4.80. I think 5%, slightly above 5%. Don't remember very well if it was a positive or a negative, because in this case it's a negative. But in that case, I think I've seen it for both negative and positive. I think I must have seen it for both negative and positive. And hey, with my stock here, hey, you know what? Let me not ruin this update video. I'll actually delve much deeper into the other analysis in detail next week. Or maybe I'll upload it during the weekend. I'll just see. And in that, I'm actually thinking that I might add in my stock here. So this is NVIDIA. So NVIDIA it's an American company that manufactures software and hardware stuff for computers, GPUs, and all of those things. It's doing quite well, and it's listed on Nasdaq actually. You know, so you can basically get an idea as to why the index is going down. Basically, what happens is that as the stocks go down, you see it reflected on the Nasdaq. Remember, Nasdaq it's more of a collective reflection of how are the top trading stocks are doing, you know. So in that being said, I'll just end the video here. So in bulls and bears, Jovial Cadence, Godspeed.